Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another casted game. Tonight we're on the quick search ladder and we've found ourselves Kerimb taking on Jerimuno. Kerimb is spawning to the east of the map Savannah in the colour red, playing as the Ottomans, with his opponent Jeri. He's playing as the Spanish, spawning to the western map in the colour blue. We see that Kerimb here is starting off his game, going for an early trading post as the Ottoman, dropping down a mosque and likely to drop down. Well, I would say likely to drop down the house as well, but I don't really see Kerimb looking to chop any extra food at the moment, or chop any extra wood at the moment. So I'm kind of unsure what his early plan is. Meanwhile, Jeri, let's looking across. He's got himself some extra food, 85 food. Really nice. That should help him kick along his age 1. Declining the age 1 trading post. He's gone for one house. He's skipping his age 1 extra wood crates in base and trying to age up as fast as possible. Maybe this might be super early aggression from Jerimuno, but usually an extra trading post really helps your early aggression. So I'm kind of curious to see what Jeri will do. I kind of feel like looking at his deck will give us a better clue what he's up to. Looking at Jeri's deck, 1 versus 1 land is the deck name. He does have pretty much a very standard deck. He does notably have Spanish gold in the 3rd age. Doesn't actually have Viceroyalty or Spain. Can't remember the exact name of the card, but the 2 Haciendas to go for the Hacienda Villager play, Solo play. Does have 9 rods, 5 lancer, 5 husk, so only 1 rod or lancer card. It's kind of interesting. He does have the advanced church and maybe a bit of cheeky halberdier play. He does have some age 2 upgrades. Age 4 is just standard factories and heavy cannons. Essentially, everything's open there to Jeri. There's no 7 husks, so maybe not a Chilean revolt, but you never know with these things. Meanwhile, Kerimb, well, it's currently 8 out of 10 population. He sent himself Capitalism card 1, which means that he's not actually under... He doesn't actually need to build a house in age 1 to get that population space of 3 villagers. So you can see what Kerimb's done here. He's just sending Capitalism, which is going to be a trickle of gold, about 3 villagers worth of gold realistically. But he doesn't actually have to pay for the population space. So his age 1 is actually being really nice here. It's really smooth. There is no chopping of wood. There is no downtime. He's aging up as fast as possible. He could age up a little bit faster if he had found a wood treasure, built a house, and sent 3 villagers. But 3 villas are not in his deck, and actually he has himself the Explorer card in age 1 instead of 3 villas, which is rather an interesting thing to see, and we'll see if that gets played at any points this game. Working on herding, there's a common myth that Ottoman players do not know how to herd hunts. Big Kerimb here showing us though that he's not just a Ottoman lamer, he can actually play the game, and Kerimb has been known recently for his, let's say, Ottoman playstyle, every game in Ottoman, and he used to really enjoy the age 3 TC boom called The Build, as made famous by Callan. But after various changes to Ottoman, Kerimb has adjusted his playstyle. I do note that mosque construction is in the deck, which lets all unique Ottoman mosque improvements cost 50% less, and I believe that has a very good synergy with the advanced church palace intrigue. 2 cards here ready for Kerimb. He's aged up with the 400 wood, so he's managed to get a house in transition. Going for the spy. This is classic Kerimb. Does he actually know where he's looking with this spy to catch the explorer? I don't think he knows just yet, but the idea, the play behind this is kill the explorer, stop the dogs, get the 45 XP, and then get some good line of sight. And Jeri's just walked his explorer into the base. That's how lucky is that for Kerimb? That spy is going to chase him down 6.25 speed. I think Jeri knows he's about to get absolutely slapped, so he's just got to try and run away as fast as possible, but it doesn't really matter. 1 hit, 2 hit, bam. Cheeky spy there, getting some action on Jeri, and he's going to go off now, scouting the map, getting good line of sight. Back to the build order though. 5 vills does come in. 700 gold is the next card for Kerimb to follow up behind, looking to go for essentially an FF behind this. Looking at Jeri's point of view, 3 vill card 1 into Capitalism, 700 gold. Both these civs are Capitalism card enjoyers, really helping this age up. Jeri going for in-base outpost here. Doesn't quite know. Well, he knows now, but at that point he didn't quite know if Ottoman was thinking of anything like Jan, Double Rex, Jan Rush, Jan Abus Colonial, Jan Hussar Colonial, or shall I say Jan Delhi. Ottoman can just basically do anything, and Spain are also in that bag where essentially they have free remits to do any strategy they like. They can go age 2 Musk Huss, send cards and send in the cheaper age up to go to the 3rd age. They can go straight FF, they can go Piroshiki FF, they can go Church Halberdier FF, they can go FF into TC Boom, Hacienda Marvelous Year play, maybe H3 1 Spanish Gold into 1k Wood, go for like a more of a timing play. Spain has every single strategy they want under their belts. Like Spain probably has the most strategies a Civ has. Even in the 4th age they have Bow Pike FI, Chilean Revolts, H4 Soldado spam. It's just, when you look at Spain and you say, I know exactly what Spain's going to do. The answer to that question is, no, you don't actually know what Spain is going to do. And it's always a bit of it's a frustrating Civ to play against. I mean, I'm a bit biased with my Civ selection. I always struggle into Spain, but it's also a bit of an enjoyment watching Spain as well, because they can play to the map, they can play to the strengths. Both players here just having the single trading post, going for the second trading post, help the shipment spam, but we're not looking at a stagecoach map control here for either player. Kerimb is the first person to the next stage, and he's actually building the town centre with his explorer and villagers. Looks like Kerimb has essentially aged to the next age fast, so that second town centre is going to be completed before 7 minutes, which is quite frankly insane. But look at this build, like Kerimb's got his tight down, 20 out of 20 population, 1 villager nearly about to pop, and then Kerimb just manages to complete that town centre, saving that extra 100 wood on the house, and ready to receive the cause of 1,000 woods. This will get him probably a barracks, market, 2 houses, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see the 3rd town centre dropping down. We must note that Ottoman don't have their 1 TC card in the 3rd age anymore. That was removed due to balance concerns of it being too strong for Ottoman, and yeah, Kerimb is just a TC enjoyer, dropping down the 3rd town centre, everything in this litter box. I would like to see a bit more concerted effort to try and herd the elephants in. I know they are quite big and awkward, giraffes untouched. I'm quite unsure why the town centres have to be super, super close, but I think Kerimb's just showing me why he's the godfather of Ottoman at the moment, because guess what's happening here? We do see some, well, a bit of an interesting Minutemen batch here trying to deal with those Huss. But if those villagers were forwards trying to build a town centre in this position or behind, that would be the point where they actually would put pressure on that town centre, and that may have denied the town centre. But here, Kerimb, 3 TCs, getting second. Ottoman Tech hasn't sent in Palace Intrigue yet, but he has sent in 1k gold, getting a lot of food behind this. So this just does look like a 3 TC button to an FI. It's a very strange build order here from Kerimb. Be interesting to see how that plays out. Jeri, I have noticed raiding around with a couple Rodaleras on the top side, a couple Huss on the southern. The thing is, when he's seen the 3 TCs, or yeah, he's got a good idea about the 3 TCs are there. Our Rodos get picked up by some Minutemen, but the Huss do come in for a reveal kill. 1 goes down, maybe a second, but then he goes, oh wait, that town centre is completed. Rodaleras actually won't manage to be able to get much else done there. They're not great anti-Vil raiding. I don't imagine that Vil will go down. No great coats on it, but manages to survive. And the Minutemen have got such good value on the Rodaleras so far, and actually, the Rods need to back off, but actually the Rodaleras are buying time for the Hussars to kill Vils on the south, so overall, pretty good raiding there for Jeri's point of view onto Kerimb. Kerimb bailed up, another Minutemen batch being called, and he's struggling to get to the next stage. He's got a little bit of extra gold thanks to capitalism income, but what he really wants is to click that eject button. And this is strange. Ottoman Explorer Combat being sent in. Town Centre attack. It's Colonial Militia. Sorry, it's not Explorer Combat. I looked at that card thinking, well, I know what the Colonial Militia card looks like, but Town Centre attack increased, and you can call out the Minutemen a second time. So yes, that is just standard Colonial Militia here. So it's not just regular batches of Minutemen. It is the double. It's in the large batch of 400 food, 400 gold to get like 12 of these actually buzzocks. I have no idea why they had to give Ottoman a whole unique Minuteman with specialist multipliers versus heavy infantry, mercenaries, and just seems strange. It doesn't feel right as a game decision, but there we are. Ottoman exploring, so on the way up, probably edging up the Grand Vizier. Yeah, for the 3 Spahis, a favourite among many Ottoman Civ player enjoyer. There's a man in the forums at the moment begging for trainable Spahis almost every day. I do commend his spirit. I do commend his attitude. It is good for him to fly the flag of trainable Spahis. I do think that in the end, trainable Spahis will become a thing, but I do encourage that the appropriate unit changes are carried out to kind of incorporate that, because I think if Spahis are trained as a unit as they are now, they're way too strong, even if they convert their food cost of 300 food to like 300 gold, 400 gold, do like 200 food, 200 gold cost. I don't quite know how you would balance it out, but they are absolutely strong. But how much would you pay for an auto-attacking cavalry unit with 1000 HP, 45 attack with a 3 splash in the 4th age? Like, that is even stronger than a gendarme cuirassier, like the Royal French upgraded cuirassier. The spy, he just kind of takes a dump on it. They are that good. I'm just going to move and pick up the Explorers. That's a quite nice play there from Kerimb. Meanwhile, Jeri aged up. I believe he aged up with the 4 Hussars, and this town centre was actually built by himself later on. But he's now sent in Marvellous Year, which means that all settlers work and train faster for 6 minutes. And what's interesting is actually the villagers train faster from the town centre as well. So overall, it's a surprisingly really strong economic card. And I feel sad because, well, okay, here Spanish gold has been shipped, and obviously you can send both cards. It's not like you have to send one economy card or the other. But Spanish gold is significantly inferior to like the effects of Marvellous Year. The Marvellous Year is just so strong. The amount of extra resource you get from I think it's like 20% or 25% on all your villagers, but it's also just the faster trained villas. Just really helps kick your economy moving forwards and gives you that momentum that a little bit of gold per shipment doesn't quite manage to achieve. Although it's good, it's just not perfect. And anyway, Crimson the 4th age, a couple Spahis keeping him nice and safe. Roderos probably could kill the Spahis, but they would be a bit pressed to do anything else than that. Looking at Kerimb's point of view now. So he's never actually gone through mosque construction, hasn't quite got that card sent. Neither is Palace Intrigue sent, he's just playing standard. He's got the 2 factories down. He's got the Great Bombards being trained, and he has advanced artillery also researched here, so they're going to be training a lot faster. Great Bombards in the factory are just insane. I think they're just better than heavy cannons from factories, so it kind of gives that real impetus. Stable behind. I'm expecting to see some sort of Cav Archer play. Yep, Cav Archer, just to keep them covered. But Kerimb now is starting to kind of like let the macro slip. We still haven't actually seen a market yet. There's the market coming down, so no gang saw, no great coats, no hunting dogs, no other eco tech. It just is what it is. And yeah, Jeri's on 44 vils with Marvellous Year as well. Probably very good market techs. Probably a steel traps income. Yep, does have his steel traps and his Marvellous Year tech. Things with Kerimb, he's already got 2 factories down. He's got 2 factories and 3 town centres, continuously training villagers. Bit surprised we don't see the 2 town centre cards in Kerimb's deck. I know that he's very much a 2 town centre enjoyer. And Ottoman FIs with 5 TC production is scary. And just look at his resources just stacking. I know he's not spending the resources as efficiently as possible. I'm sure he could spend it even in a better way, but yeah, if he needs to move some of his resources around to get into wood. But Bombard comes off on the dodge there from the Rodelers. Jeri does see the Great Bombard and realises he needs to get out of the way. I think he's waiting for his culverins to come. He's got 3 culverins. I think a Great Bombard actually lives 3 culverin shots. I know that heavy cannons go down, but Great Bombard might just kind of take the edge on that. And you do need to require significant investments to take down multiple Great Bombards, in the sense that they actually are, they do a lot of damage regardless. Can't tell if this Great Bombard is going really, really fast and really, really slow. And these guys haven't got quite much of an idea if they want to unpack or pack. Okay, it's been packed up. Cavalry moving forward to block. Culverins have been shown. Veteran Rodoleros are there. Veteran Rodoleros, they do have their infantry combat and infantry HP. It's interesting to note that infantry HP now, Rodoleros is 20% HP. It's just a little bit stronger than the pikeman HP there of 15%, just to really give emphasis that this is a Spanish unit and we really want to make good use of it. There's talk at the moment that Spanish Rodoleros are like very much a very weaker version of Rajputs, or maybe the Indian Rajputs has been overbuffed to try and see action being played. So we'll see how that comes out. Then again, I say that Kerimb's overspending or mismacroing, and Jeri's having a little bit too much food floatage as well, but I'm sure he'll sort this out with extra stable. Just needs to keep on making houses and get that, just that wood flow coming in nicely. Does have a card available. The thing is, he has seen that his opponent is going Great Bombards and veteran cavalry archers, and I'm sure he's taken into other things behind this, but the problem is, can't really attack with lancers, and he's still got 2 Lancer cars behind. So what does Jeri send? I kind of think you send Unction and start massing on your missionaries. That would probably help this position. But if anything, Jeri just needs to get to the next stage. He's sitting in the 3rd age versus Ottoman Great Bombards. Soon there'll be, he's got 4. Soon there'll be 6 on the field. And also the other thing to note as well is that soon these cav archers will be guard. It hasn't quite got the tech in yet, but they only are guard archers. They're not royal guard upgrades, so they only cost 600 wood, 600 gold. It's actually relatively affordable. Don't really know what this Minutemen pop is going to achieve. It's just buying time, pushing the army back. It's got spare resources, might as well. Why not? Spy has been called, and we're still seeing a huge food floatage here from Kerimb. Marvelous year, nearly over here for Jeri. Couple Lancers are just watching the action from a distance, but I kind of think that Jeri needs more Culverins. He's got 3, he's not trained anymore, he's looking to age up, and the problem is if you're looking to age up, can't really push. Oh my god, there's so many massive volleys there. At least 6 units going down, but just look at the damage done on those units as well. That is best part 2,000 res, maybe 3,000 res of HP just gone, and the Spies are charging, because the thing is, oh, the Culverins. Kerimb's got some Culverins. Okay, Jeri's Culverins are ready to fight, and I think he might turn around and snipe. He's got to turn around and snipe. Let's look at his right line of sight. He does actually see, but the Culverins manage to catch up, turn around and trading off. The problem is, trading Culverins is not good, because the thing is, he's still got those bombards. How do you kill the bombards? You don't kill the bombards. And that Culverin living with 2 HP. Oh, that's brutal. Villagers are moving forward onto forward elephant hunts, it looks like. I mean, I don't imagine they're being brought into the fight. That would be a bit risky. 1 Culverin now in queue again, aged up to the 4th age, but have we missed the window? We still need to send in our 2 factories of heavy cannons, but Kerimb's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bombards. 6 bombards, 2 more on the way. There's the 7th. You can see how much behind the other bombard is due to the housing, but that will come out, and Kerimb's nearly pushing with an age 4 army, 200 population. He's at 70 vill tech. He does need to research his next villager, but the thing is, I don't think he really cares too much, because he's got such a significant cav archer and artillery base, and the bombard's just going fly. Oh my god, look at the villagers, the poor villagers! Oh no, that villager's just got a cannonball just crushing her head afterwards. Oh, rest in peace. The colony of Spain will be forever grateful for your contribution, but oh my god, the bombards, they show no mercy versus villagers. And actually, look at their stats. 500 bombard attack, 5 area splash, with no negative multipliers versus villagers. Villagers are prime hunting grounds for the bombards, and Kerimb knows it. He's been using them so often for that as well. Bombards moving forward. Couple Culverins as well. The villagers are standing there, and the thing is, the rods can't get involved. Like, he wants to attack the things, but he can't attack. Okay, Kerimb supports Cav Archers back and miss micro, but as soon as the Cav Archers get pulled back and Rodleros gets into range, we're seeing Skittles being flying, and actually he's taken the fight, but there's gonna be so many people flying, oh my god! There's +10s everywhere. There's a couple culverins slowly working through, but great. One bombard's gone down, there's still 8 on the field, there's still 7 here! Take your pick, this is prime time Skittle Alley, this is. So, look at the blue men just flying. And also you do want to kill the culverins, but like this is just, oh, this is just, think of the children. This is horrible. Okay, most of the bombards have gone down, but they've taken so many people behind. Bombards versus heavies, who wins? Oh, heavies might go down the wrong bombard. Okay, culverins do take one pick off, but actually, might actually pick off heavy cannon. No, they don't in time. Spahi, remaining Spahi on a veteran skirmisher, and Jeri survived. And you gotta think if Kerimb pushed out with like 2 or 3 more culverins instead of an extra 1 or 2 bombards or something like that, then the game would have been over at that point. But even still, you know, Jeri's lost a lot of impetus behind this. Big raiding at home as well. Lancers on top of villagers. However, the Vils still being trained, still popped at 70 Vils. If this tech was researched well, I think Kerimb would be at 100 Vils at this point and just would be far out of reach. But Jeri's still in this, definitely still in this. Veteran Rodleros onto his villagers on the front line. They're on the gold mine, they need to be pulled back. There's still 2 bombards behind, ready to move out. A couple of Spahis been healed up passively. Guard cavalry archers. Still actually haven't got a ranged cavalry caracol though yet, so looking to see that tech being researched behind this. Jeri having sent 2 heavy cannons first in the 4th age, now sending 1 factory, getting the arsenal down, now sending the 2nd factory behind. I don't really know what else Jeri wants to send. Bombards on pack and splash damage. Even the splash gets to kill a Rodlero as well, and that's pretty brutal in that situation. Oh, villagers are seen. Kerimb has seen Jeri's villagers up here. Jeri has seen Kerimb's villagers. He sees guard cavalry archers. He's probably thinking that they might be in Spahi, but he's quite happy to see that they guard cav archers. Both players moving forces to the top side to try and intercept each other. So much Ottoman economy up here, like Kerimb has to fight this, and the same with Jeri. Like, both players have to go and fight this, but a little bit of a push front line here. We do see the Guard Nizam Fusiliers from the Advanced Church being researched from Kerimb. Yes, that is the case, and these are guards, all 2nd units, and they're going to lose so much damage. 1 Spahi on the heavy cannons. The bombards have moved forward to open fire onto the units. Now, there's still 1 culverin firing. I'd like to see a little bit of micro try and get that one knocked down. It won't kill a bombard, but say it takes some good damage. Top side, looks like Kerimb has managed just push away his Spanish forces. So many Vils nearby for him to pick up. He's not going to take that fight though. I think he's just pulling all units together, but there's so many Vils at risk of being picked up. 5 bombards here on the floor from Kerimb, and Jeri losing that culverin, looking to try and pick off a bombard, but has to leave that one behind. Our natives on the map are Yoruba and Akan, and one thing that the Akan natives do have is they have a 5k gold mine tech here. Let's look, Akan gold economy. 300 food, 300 wood essentially, 10% on your mining. Yeah, just 10% on mining, but you also get a gold wagon, a gold prospector wagon. Gold mine dropping with 5k gold, but now the cav archers onto the Vils. Those Vils are looking perilously danger, and Guard Nizam Fusiliers covering great bombards. There is no weakness. These guys have, depending on their stance, they have different multipliers versus different units. So melee, they're going to kill cavalry. At range, they're killing all infantry or heavy infantry. But like a stagger mode, they can also like do extra damage versus cavalry. It's very strange. They have a little bit of tech for everything. And bombards are moving in. There's so many veteran skirms, and I think one thing to note from Jeri is he hasn't really got too many guard units. He's now got Espachins on his Rodeleros. Very expensive upgrade, but still got age 3 culverins though. You kind of need the culverin royale and maybe the line of sight upgrade there from the arsenal to help. But overall, good engagements. Kerimb taking his time to get out. Lock on maybe? Nope. Krim's just going to back out, but he has killed many villagers to kind of recover his ground. Jeri, 53 villagers compared to Kerimb's 89. Bit of raid down to the south. It's just outpost. Well, that might be Mother Nature as a changing player point of view. These villas are absolutely hightailing out of there. Nobody's actually started gathering resources on the southern sides, and this giraffe hunt is still looking relatively untouched, which is really surprising because there's a lot of good hunting opportunities still on the map. But Kerimb's starting to mill up quite early. We haven't even got the Akan 5k gold mine, and we're already on like 2 plantations. It feels like if this is the Legend of Kerimb. Like if Kerimb had more than 5 IQ, I think Kerimb would be hunting the animals where he's got nice and safety. I mean, to be fair, now he is actually moving hunters down here. He'll be mining on gold, which he has access to as well, and he wouldn't be on plantations. It's not like he's sending plantation upgrades. At this point in the game, there's no reason to have really slow, infinite gold plantation where, yeah, you're gathering currently slower than a regular miner, and you have to walk around the plantation compared to something like higher base and amalgamation. Yeah, look at it, 0.78. This man has got amalgamation from the market, so his coin mine activities can be so strong. Just imagine tying that with the 5k gold mine. Here comes a whole heap of infantry versus bombards. This is not going to go well. Even Kerimb's happy that it's just +10 everywhere. And once his factions go down, then the Spahi have just got free reign over the skirmishers. I think Kerimb's going to start moving forward now with some of his Nizam Fusiliers, and they're going to move into the base, getting some massive damage. Jeri's not mounting a counterattack, and the Fusiliers are just running in. Bombard's taking their time to approach. I think he's conscious that, who wants to chop the trees? Just nuke them with the bombards. Just tear down the forests. Oh, the veils again! There's something satisfying watching great bombard shots. Like, they make heavy cannons look like pea shooters. Bombards are insane. His Kerimb is at 2,000 food, 3,000 gold, 2,000 wood. He's got max vills. He's got artillery waiting to spawn as well. Like, Kerimb is just living his highest life at the moment. His APM must be like 6, 7 actions per minute. It's just everything seems to be working for him quite nicely. Is this side artillery foundry? Is this side petards? Are we looking for some petard action? I don't actually quite know what's going on. Oh, look at these guards, Rodaleras. They look good. Look at them charging forwards. Nice little animation they have. I always remember on the base game RE, I think these guys had full clad armor. They had so much more armor to let them, for their guard animation just looked really good. 6 speed and 4 speed, not yet going any advanced arsenals down here from Jeri, which would help with the speed closing in, but the thing is, 3 culverins, it's not what you need versus bombards, and the explorer's got the snare. Kerim's just gonna unpack, and we're gonna see another bowl in there. Oh my god! That was so poor compared to what it could have been. I was expecting to see like 20. Every time these bombard voices goes off, I'm just like clenching all my cheeks. I don't know what's gonna happen. Spahi's engaging the Rodaleras, which actually pin him up. They actually make them static and take bombard fire. But actually, the Rodaleras actually clean the Spahi's just about, and one culverin will pick off the final bombard. A couple more will train out here from Kerimb. Yes, Cav Archers taking on the skirmishers. Yeah, this is probably the worst fight that Kerimb could have asked for. And I'm not even being kidding here. He's going Imperial. Kerimb is going Imperial. The man just keeps on amazing us. And Jeri is starting to fall behind this one. He has an opportunity here with Kerimb not actually having stuff on the floor because he's invested so heavily into his age 5 play. And the Rodaleras just get up and close with the Cav Archers, and the Cav Archers are just chilling there. Bombards, no, he's not even training bombards. He's on unupgraded food? That must be a hotkey mistake, surely. Oh, no, he's going to get top coup corpse. Surely he's going to get the 3 bombards from the advanced church. That has to be the play, and maybe, no, they wouldn't shadow text Imperial. He has the Imperial upgrade in his factory behind, but Jeri will see the age up and be like, oh my god, what do I have to do to beat this guy? And the thing is, this Kerimb play, it's only on 3 TC as well. It's not exactly, it's on 5 TC. This is, I find the whole thing here a bit insane. Oh, he's going horse artillery now instead of just bombards. I'm unsure whether that's any better. I think bombards are incredible. What you really want is actually to train culverins from the factory to try and deal with Jeri's small number of culverins, it has to be said. And then from there, the bombards have free reign over the infantry, an absolute free reign. His horse artillery also take a very long time to unpack, so you've got to unpack them from a distance, and he does get some good shots. And the Aspachins are having to run away. There's the age up. There's 2 bombards on the age up. Oh, so good that is, 2 bombards. I don't think Kerimb even realizes he's got 3 bombards for 1,500 food in his consulate, which is a bargain. That is such a good price for those units. Mortar sieging down a town centre, but that just gives his own position away, and that's going to move in. Sniping down the culverin this time to ensure that the artillery doesn't get dunked by 1 culverin. You see, Kerimb's so scared of just 1 culverin because he knows he just can't micro it down. Another Imperial Spahi batch from the home city, this time in age 5 stats, and they're going to be 1,500 HP, 68 attack. This is so scary, but pull them back, keep them alive. Oh, this is Rodler's going to eat them though. I mean, I know he might win this, but that's not a Kerimb, you've got bombards behind you. Just wait for those to kill. What a waste. What a waste of units, Kerimb. Oh, that's so bad to see. He's only got 13 cav archers on the floor to cover, and here come the missionaries and covering warriors. Just imagine spies were behind to back all this up. He has so much more use, but Colv's unpacking, and with the missionary bonus, which I don't believe is actually hitting the artillery anymore, lose so much damage. At least the Aspachins 21. Skirm's going to do decent, but I guess it's a numeric advantage here. Jeri's forces have been whittled down, and soon he'll be fighting versus Imperial units. Bombard still age 4. Cavalry archers still age 4. Stats as well. Seems like Kerimb's got an allergy to culverins. He doesn't actually know how to best kill them. It's a shame. Jeri on 2 town centres still, does double factory. Out of gold himself. Well, he's got 2k gold down here, which he could move on to. He's seen his gold mine is forever close to Ottoman. So Jeri's in a similar position as well. Like, oh, how do I transition? And I think it's a shame that both players are missing out on the Akan technologies. And I think for Spain as well, it'd be very good. This tech here, Akan Fontomfrom. Infantry training and movement speed improved. And also the, training and movement speed. So you move faster and you also train faster. So because Jeri's purely going rod skirmishers, the rods will move at about 6.3 speed. They'll train even faster. Skirms will train faster. And you can just have more momentum from his training. It would be so much better for him, but it's not quite happening. Meanwhile, great bombards here for Kerimb. I don't think he's actually got himself the capital down. No, he hasn't got a capital, which is... I think when I was playing Age of Empires 3, when I was learning as a kid, like, I always remember the first thing I did in the 5th Age was build a capital, because I always understood that the capital was just incredible. Like, the techs you can get were incredible, and I always used to upgrade all my economy first before I even touched upgrading infantry, my military. I think from Kerimb here, he really wants to start actually looking into moving some of this food off and getting some wood, some gold, something else, just to get him going a bit better. Because at the moment he's spent his gold on culverins and getting the culverin guard upgrade. Very nice. It all works. Yeah, I mean the only problem is it's just that actually what he really wants is to upgrade his cavalry archers to Imperial. That's his main standing force. Or maybe his Great Bombast Imperial, and the stats scaling off those units to age 5 is just insane. I think it's 50% on these stats, so we're talking about 750 siege and about 700, 730 HP. It's going to be pretty strong as well. Jeri sieging the front of the Ottoman player's base now. Low HP in this town centre, that will go down, but I don't think Kerimb will mind too much. He's at max villagers. More Culverin Royals hits the field behind, and Kerimb does have 3 Culverin Royals, but that's about it. He does have some bombards. kind of wants more. Some raiding down here, some villagers out on the map, they're going to get raided. The best thing about the Yakan 5k gold mine is you can put it straight in your base and you can't get raided from that. It's that good. Here comes the artillery. Kerimb actually getting the first shot on the Cold Friends, but 1 versus 5, because he's moved in the wrong formation here. Loses 2 on the spot, and another 2 bombards going down, and the Ruler is catching up to the Cav Archers behind this. The Cold Friends once again getting some good picks onto the great bombards. There's no Imperial units here, and Jeri is crushing the fight. He's absolutely demolishing it. He's actually picking up his unit counters. He's getting everything spot on. His Rodlers are cutting down the Cav Archers onto the artillery. The skirmishers were helping out on the Cav Archers. The artillery is going down. Good Cove micro. And he's raiding down to the side. The villagers picked up. Yes, Kerimb still has 90 villas in base on plantations and mills, but he hasn't upgraded them. He's still got his second tier mill to upgrade, second tier gold to upgrade. The scores are really closing in now, and Kerimb is falling behind drastically. I'm actually unsure what the score lead is. Maybe it's just the price of Imperial. Jeri's taken the score lead now. It doesn't surprise me. 1 factory at risk of going down, and all these villagers are starting to get exposed. There is no spawn point, or should I say no garrison point north of this town centre, so all these villagers have to either run out onto the map or run through this army to get into the safety of the town centre. Do they move? Do they stay there? 2 bombards about to pick up, but look at Jeri. He's anticipating. He's anticipating. Oh no, he's just shot the factory. But he's going to swarm 1 and try and shoot the other, and yes, the shot goes down. Still has 75 HP remain on it, but the Cold Friends will reload quite fast. Another shot goes down, and that bombard down, out for the count. Some heavy horse guns out here from Kerimb, but they take a while to unpack as well, and they're going down. The Cold Friends just turn around and take fire. Heavy horse gun out for the count. 1 Cav Archer being trained. Currently 100 population here for Kerimb. Most of them are villagers. He's floating 5k food. He can't really get going, and he's caught it. Kerimb has caught it, and Jerimuno has taken this game versus Kerimb. Upset. I mean, Jeri is a better player than Kerimb. I think it's fair to be said, but like, at no point in that game did I think that Jeri was going to win, until some of these trades towards the end with the Cold Friends were starting to kind of work into his favour, and then, I mean, Kerimb pushing and age up to the 5th age might be his downside, because he's got 0 Imperial techs. Like, currently, Kerimb has aged up to the 5th age just to send Spahies again and get 2 heavy cannons from Home City. Like, he's down 8,000 resources. Essentially, he's not really investing in Imperial food, wood, gold, units, and I think Jeri was very smart to keep that pressure on to force a result while he was in age 4, because if he either revolted or went to age 5, just gave Ottoman too much time to get the rest of the techs in, and most of the time Ottoman was at 200 population anyway, so most of that resources were being saved up for technological purposes, and Jeri just like, I haven't got time for that. I just need to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. That's what he did, and the Cold Friend play there from Jeri overall was just spot on, and I think if there was some more Cold Friends there from Otto, the result would be different, but credit is due. Yeah, definitely there. Jeri managed to play that one nicely. I do like Ottoman build order though. No house in age 1, just going for the capitalism. Early 5 vil, 700 gold. He does get up at a really decent time and getting the town centers down, and then just the economy is taken away. And if we look at the resources gathered, it might be close because the Ottoman not having to pay for the villagers, but it always felt that Kerimb was so far advanced. I think at this moment in time, Jeri was having to spend so many more resources to try and deal with the factory bombard. So for Kerimb here, all his villagers and artillery were training for free, while Jeri was having to pay full price to villagers and having to tech really hard in the Cold Friends, which are expensive, just to try and protect his Rodaleras and skirmishes as the game went on. Kerimb's economy started to absolutely skyrocket when he reached max villagers. There's a long time he was at 70 vils, and then you see quickly as he goes up to 99 vils, the rate of income definitely does increase, and you can see this 70 gap for a long time, and I thought it felt longer than it actually was. Just imagine how many extra resources Kerimb would have had if that was teched in before 70 villagers was reached. Jeri losing a few villagers, and you know, if Jeri's at like 53, 50 vils and Kerimb's just at 100 for 3-4 minutes, well, the game is over at that point. But no, Jeri just kept on persisting, kept on fighting, and the military population kind of says it all in the sense that overall, quite a lot of its population is rodelers and skirmishers, and all its population, most of it is on bombards getting picked off. Cav Archer still doing a decent job here. Kind of felt that the game was pretty much in Kerimb's bag, and then I think he had the Nizam Fusiliers pop out before pushing, and he had basically a great army, but he had just aged up and couldn't really back it up with any more units at that point. Lost a fight, and then was on the back foot. And that final fight with Jeri, that Cold Micro, very crisp. Cav Archers just charging in, and the amount of times I saw Kerimb charging Spahis onto Rodaleros, which they do have a 40% melee resist. It's just staggering that you could have a player this high on the ladder who would pull off a move like that. I don't think that was the play there from Kerimb, and I think it just shows like how disgustingly strong Ottoman are currently in their state and on the ladder. And if you're looking for an easy build order to play, I think what Kerimb's playing here actually shows and highlights a very strong build orders as well. You might need to get used to like having to micro both bombards and, well, no, you don't need to micro at all. You just right click bombards onto units and you see people going flying, and it's this is probably one of the highest strength per skill ratio strategies, civs there are. And I mean, yeah, Ottomans always just train for free, so if you need a civ to pick up which is easy, then play the Ottomans, I guess. Well played, GG's. Thanks for watching that, guys. Hope you're liking this. This is a YouTube exclusive cast as well, so make sure you like and subscribe to follow and see some more casted actions on this channel. I will mix this up with both casts from my time when I'm streaming on Twitch. Watch me on twitch.tv Harrison_AOE, or stick around to watch for more casted games on the YouTube channel, and maybe catch me on Lion's stream as well, casting show matches with him. Always good fun, always good laugh, right? Thank you, boys. Enjoy that one, and I'll see you in the next one.